Hey, everyone. I'm Omer.
I'm Trevor.
And this is
Utty.
Graps. Welcome back to another fantastic edition of OT Graps, where my finger tends to slip sometimes. It's okay. We've got a lot to talk about today. Fantastic, jam-packed, super weekend in professional wrestling. We have new kings and queens of the ring. We have many things to talk about coming out of Double or Nothing. People were set on fire, Trevor. And some contract news as well as some unfortunate news with an injury update. All that, much more coming up. But first, Trevor, this weekend, what a weekend it was.
Yeah, it was. It was quite a weekend. Quite the weekend. I was super busy, so I didn't get a chance to see everything when it happened, but I did watch everything. Just about.
Well, before we start talking about all that stuff, guys, remember to go over to youtube.com/OTGraps. Just about hitting 270 subs on there. So growing by the day. youtube.com/OTGraps. And be sure to hit that like button here. As first, Trev, let's talk about, as Job is in the chat. Good to see Job. Good to see CC as well. WWE is petty with their new cover photo on Facebook. I don't even know WWE is still on Facebook.
Me either.
What is this cover photo? Now I'm curious. What is this cover photo on WWE's Facebook? Now I have to see. Oh, goodness gracious. That is a little petty. Rhea Ripley is going to be a mighty unhappy camper. Here, let me pull it up. Yeah, Rhea Ripley is going to murder someone. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that is WWE's cover photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, very unhappy. But you know what? You know what, guys? This is actually an interesting to talk about, Trevor. If you were in the United States watching this live, you missed this. Because the USA Network feed to the millions watching across the United States went out right at 11. And this happened just a few minutes afterwards.
I saw this, of course, later on in the night, maybe 11:30 or so. People started posting online and everything. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, it's a shame they missed it. It would have been great to capture.
Yeah, it'd been very interesting to see the whole angle that's going on right now. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
I mean, Liv did say, "I'm going to take everything from you," and she did. She's doing it.
She is, absolutely, and she's not a liar.
Not at all. Well, Trevor, first things first, let's talk about the unfortunate news coming out of this past weekend. Adam Copeland is injured. He took a pretty bad dive off of the steel cage. Looked like he hurt his leg on the way down, and he has confirmed this on Twitter today. Here's what he had to say.
Hey, everybody. Oh, Lord. There's no filters that can help this thing. I look like a bag of hammered peaches or something. Anyway. Flew back yesterday. Malachi Black. Dude's an animal. All of the house black. They're just really, really, really damn good. And as you're about to find out in this video, I guess the house always does win because I gained 2 new friends. I don't really like them. They're kind of like those buddies that just annoy you, but they're always there. I don't know, maybe I'll name them a Brodium buddy or something. I don't know. Anyway, I've been feeling really good lately. Been having so much fun in the ring, and I got cocky, I guess, is what it really boils down to, and I'm probably a narcissist and egomaniac, and I'll unpack that one day. But yeah, my brain forgets what my body always seems to remember a little late, is that I'm 50, and I need to make better choices. So my body pulled the emergency brake on me the other night, and I ended up fracturing my tibia, which is going to require surgery. Don't know the time frame on that yet. Ruby's birthday's Friday, and I really want to enjoy that and focus on all the positives that I have in my life, because there's way more that than the bad, and even this surgery. I know what I got to do. I'll find out the time frame kind of next week and everything. Yeah, sorry, don't really know what I'm going to say. And I'm still half asleep. But so pardon me, parents, and all that good stuff. Anyway, I will see you soon-ish. And in the meantime, everybody good. Try and be happy. All right, see ya.
That was Adam Copeland talking about the injury he suffered at Double or Nothing. He confirmed that it was a fractured tibia, which is on the leg. And horrible news. Current TNT champion going to likely be out for months. I mean, the first question, obviously, on everyone's mind is the first thing I think on everyone's mind is hopefully Adam Copeland's okay. But, I mean, going to the wrestling part of this, Trevor, like, he's going to have to give up the world title or the TNT title, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. And it's a shame because his run is absolutely immaculate right now. It started off a little wonky because he tried for it so many times. A lot of people got tired of seeing him going against Christian for it. So, and I understand, but it's one of those things where I guess repetitiveness helped, because once he got the belt, he's been running roughshod over that whole little division, whatever you want to call it. He's been doing a great job, and this is probably the best I've seen Edge in a long time, honestly. And that's not taken away from his monumentous WrestleMania match against Roman Reigns and Bryan Danielson, or his run with WWE. But honestly, I think this is the best I've seen Adam Copeland in a long time. A 50-year-old should not move like that. I'm 10 years his junior, and I can't move that way. But yeah, it is sad. It is very sad to see.
Yeah, it's horrible to see, especially when you consider, like, that steel cage match was one of the best things on the show this past weekend. It was, and that's saying a lot, because it was a hell of a show. But
I was about to say the same thing. That's saying a lot coming from both of us who already praised the show before it even came on.
Yeah. I mean, I think obviously steel cage match aside, this likely means he's going to have to relinquish that TNT championship. And the question becomes, like, who gets it? Because recovery time for this, obviously he said he doesn't know, but it's likely going to be multiple months. I think like the shortest amount of time you probably come back is like 4 months, which means well past All In. So we're not going to get Adam Copeland at All In, which is unfortunate. But
right, the tibia fracture. So the good thing is it's a tibia. It's not the hardest bone in your body, which is the fibula. If you break that you're hurt. Like if you break the bone in your thigh, if you break that, you're hurt. Like a lot of people don't understand how much pressure you have to put on that to break. But fib fractures are normally something that is unfortunate, of course, but it's not as tedious as a fibula fracture, of course. But being so his age, his healing process is probably going to be a little more tedious.
That's for sure. I guess the other question is like for AEW, man, like they were just about to, it seems, get this Adam Copeland Christian Cage thing going, like maybe working them back together. They bring in Gangrel, who does this amazing spot where he comes up in the ring. And by the way, WWE, we got to talk about this because WWE allegedly told Adam Copeland, he revealed this in an interview with Chris Van Fleet recently, that he pitched Gangrel like doing a Mania entrance with him. Mm-hmm. And basically he was told that, well, no one remembers him. No one remembers that. I will say there were about a couple thousand people at the MGM Grand Garden Arena who may disagree because they lost their minds when Gangrel came out.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Did you
look,
go to this one?
no, I didn't know.
No.
I was like, I will say this. If there was ever an event that I wish I could like swap, it's this year's Double or Nothing and last year's Double or Nothing. That was like because this year's Double or Nothing was insane. Like so much happened on the show.
It really was.
But no, I was Vegas on Memorial Day is like insanely expensive.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I had to make that I had to like build that in as a vacation to actually do that. It was like, oh God, it was not fun. Anyway, but yeah, hopefully Cope gets better. You know, we'll see what happens, but the presentation, like Job says, liked him better in AEW and WWE. Presentation's been great.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, this isn't his overall work, but like this Adam Copeland, this Edge, whatever you want to call him, that we get now, his work is much better in AEW than it was in WWE. I mean, his comeback was great. I love the pop he got at Royal Rumble. All that, it was awesome. But this Adam Copeland is much better, much happier. You see, like he gets to do a lot of the things that he wants to do. He gets to be Edge, and that's frightening, but fun for the audience.
For sure. I guess moving on because we're talking about Double or Nothing. Let's talk about MJF. So,
my man,
we had a massive return at AEW Double or Nothing. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, made his return to All Elite Wrestling and not only confronted Adam Cole, but confirmed that, Trevor, he has indeed re-signed. To quote MJF, "You can call me the Wolf of Wrestling because I'm not fucking leaving." He cut an amazing promo. This was a perfect comeback. He came out dressed up like Triple H from 2002.
I thought that was the Pierre Resistance to the whole thing.
Great homage to that return. What did you think about MJF's return?
Well, I feel like me and you called it, kind of, sort of. I figure like we talked about him coming back soon. I don't know if we actually said it was going to be this pay-per-view, but I do know we said it was coming. It was coming. Though I will say one thing about MJF. MJF knows how to make an entrance, and he knows how to piss people off. This was an amazing comeback. I mean, it was amazing. Like just return with the Triple H jacket. Remember he said the bidding war of 2024. That's an homage to Mr. H himself. I don't know if it's actually making fun of him or if it's like just.
I think it's more of a tribute.
Him. I think and honestly, the way he did it, I think it was more of a tribute. But that promo was amazing. Like he looks jacked. He looks healthy. He looks rested. The people can't be more happy. Their scumbag is back.
He's our scumbag, the MGM Grand Garden Arena chanted many times. I mean, this was amazing. This was awesome. And it couldn't have come at a better time. AEW needs MJF. They really need him. Like, be honest here. Ratings are in the toilet compared to where they were just a year ago. You have a product that is struggling to feel cool and sell tickets for their live shows week to week on their live television shows. Excuse me. You want to, and part of the reason has always been Kenny Omega injured, Britt Baker injured, Jamie Hayter injured, Adam Cole injured, and then this guy MJF, arguably the best talent in all of professional wrestling, injured, and eventually, like, we all know these guys are going to come back. MJF, though, was critical. He was a critical piece for them to come back. They needed him here. I think hopefully it's going to help with ticket sales. It'll help maybe make the product feel a lot cooler again. And also, we're getting the old MJF. We're not getting, happy-go-lucky king of woo kick MJF, as he said.
No. You're getting the MJF that everyone hated and loved at the same time. So, he's going to be an extreme tweener, though. Like, unless he just goes full on heel, and then which is going to be funny because people are still going to cheer him. But I think he's going to be an extreme tweener at this point.
What do you think he does coming back?
What meaning? Like what?
What's next? Like he's back. Like what do you put him in? Like what's the feud? What's the goal here that he's working towards?
Eventually, we get to see him in Swerve. I think eventually we get to see him in Swerve. That's not it. That's not a program we need to see right away. Right now, we need to see him work his way back up. We need to see him go through, the Elite Kingdom. We need to see that, not Elite Kingdom, you know what I'm talking about.
Undisputed King
Undisputed King. I call it the Elite Kingdom. My brain is scattered. The Undisputed Kingdom. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world. I would not be opposed to see him face Ospreay at some point as well. There's so many things you got planned for this guy. And the thing is, you don't have to put him back on the top because he's already on the top. He's on the top immediately when he stepped through those curtains. But you just want to give the people what they want, and what they want is to see MJF in the ring.
I thought you were about to say what they want are the best friends to hug again, but that too. Yeah, and I think there's maybe this is a bit too on the nose, but I think there's a story here with the Owen Hart Cup. Like, have MJF win the Owen Hart Cup. We know that now the winners of the cup get main event matches at AEW All In for the World Championships, both men's and women's. So have MJF just dominate that tournament, have him win it, and then, he can face Swerve, or he can face maybe a Hangman Page, because we'll get to what I think should happen when Hangman Page returns too, because I got thoughts about that one. But I think there's so much you could do here with MJF. But the important thing is, whatever you do with him, it has to have stakes, and it has to feel big. I love it. The best thing they're doing here is, at least for the next little while, getting him away from the Adam Cole thing, because we don't know when Adam Cole is going to be cleared.
Exactly. Yeah.
This was a bit of a way to write that off for a minute, but they need to have. I don't know who it is. I don't know who at the roster jumps out at me, but if you want to make him have him build up the road to All In and his redemption and winning the world title back, or at least trying to, right? That's the story I would try to tell.
I mean, there's so many ways you can go about this. I mean, there's so many ways. Just offhand, like you said, the Owen Hart Cup is a great way of getting him back in. You have him fight. I'm trying to think right now. Shibata, you can find him fight a bunch. You can find him fight a bunch of different guys.
Oh, there could be he also could join the Elite AEW feud. I mean, this is a guy he revealed.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
To quote the Iron Sheik, cameraman, zoom. And he got that poker chip with the AEW logo tatted on his body now.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he could be. I mean, that could be one of them. That would be a hell of a feud, too. To put him in the fold of that'd be great. But it's a lot of things you can do with it. You can do almost anything with MJF at this point. He's so over. He's so popular. You can do whatever you want with him.
You can do whatever you want with him. Well, we'll see what AEW decides to do. Hopefully, whatever they do, it's something good, and it's not just, all right, MJF. MJF is going to be in action tonight against J.D. Drake. Shout out to J.D. Drake, but come on now.
Hopefully, it's not something like that. But like you said, most of their stars on the shelf. Isn't Mox on the shelf right now too?
No, Mox isn't on the shelf. He wrestled this past weekend. He won.
That's right. He sure did. He sure did. That's right.
IWGP World's Heavyweight Champion John Moxley. So I'm not.
That was actually a great. That was actually a pretty good match. Actually,
it was a really. And it was
pretty. It was pretty good to see it. Pretty cool to see it be defended on American soil too.
What do you think of the result with Takeshita taking the loss? In an eliminator match.
Because it wasn't for the belt, right?
This was for number one contendership for the belt.
Now, see, that's the thing. I thought, and we discussed before, I thought Takeshita should have won, honestly. Because again, you're not really making him seem weak though, because of the fact that it's Jon Moxley. People lose against Jon Moxley. You know what I mean? It's not like he's jobbing out to piggyback off you, JD Drake. No, he lost to a significant opponent, so it's cool. But it would have been nice to see Takeshita in that realm for a title shot, honestly.
Well, this is interesting. You just got some news that just seems to be breaking now. There's an AEW talent that is leaving the company. They just announced they are leaving the company. Arn Anderson has said that he is not going to renew his contract and is departing AEW on May 31st when it expires, which is this week. Anderson thanked Tony Khan, saying, quote, "Here at the tail end of my career, I've been very fortunate to work for AEW and Tony Khan over the last 4 years. He is a great human being. He's taken the wrestling business and given it another option and a whole nother category of what professional wrestling is perceived to be, or can be, or will be, or has been. So I just wanted to thank you to everyone who worked there. They are all exceptionally great." Reaction to Arn Anderson, someone who has been there ever since the first All Out, which was back in August of 2019, and he's gone from the company now this week.
That's a big name, especially that veteran presence, that veteran guidance, and he was a trainer as well. That's gonna hurt a little bit. It definitely is.
Yeah, and look, let's not hide the elephant in the room. Cody Rhodes is in WWE right now. He's the world champion, and he did discuss the possibility of him getting a manager at some point. He said it would be someone notable. I think that
now, honestly, that might help Cody a lot. Actually,
too bad. Him coming out to Arn the Glock Anderson. Oh my God, that
might actually help his championship run right now, because and unfortunately it's not really his fault, but it's kind of stale.
I would die if we got an Arn Crazy Arn, by the way, who was Cody's manager. Crazy Arn cutting these promos about splattering people's brains on the pavement. But remember that weird segment? He was at Cody's house in his front yard, and he was burning Cody Rhodes' clothes or whatever in a trash can. And then Cody's like, Arn, what are you doing? It's crazy. It's nuts. This dude is nuts. I would love to see him in WWE. I think it would be really awesome if we got that Arn Anderson.
That would be great, though. The end of his career, being Cody's manager, being insane, that'd be great.
Crazy. I love it. Shout out to Arn Anderson, though. One of the more respected voices in all of professional wrestling. One of the more respected talents in all of professional wrestling, and most underrated, honestly, if you ask me.
One of them, yeah.
The ring psychology of Arn Anderson is second to none.
And a member of one of the most underrated tag teams of all time, I believe.
You got to curve the four there. Shout out to Arn Anderson. We got a few things in the chat. Liam in the chat says, "Oh, wait, let me get rid of MJF real quick. I forgot he was there. Bye-bye." Just like all these marks in the comments, I don't need a YouTube or an MRQ to make Liam, because Liam made Liam. Oh, you remember that line that he got? He's like, I don't need a New Japan
Man.
or a Vince McMahon to make MJF, cause MJF
MJF
made
made
MJF.
MJF.
It was a crazy line. Love that.
It's a great line.
MJF moment. You guys aren't marks. I love y'all. Nah, I'm a mark. Liam says Arn's like 90. He ain't getting a big job again. Yes, he is, man. Get that man burning Cody's clothes. Get that man punting Cody's dog or something on TV. That'd be funny. We got Job in the chat saying, I'm interested in your guys' take here. Bleacher Report gives grades to WWE and AEW pay-per-views. In their review of King of the Ring, only 2 individual matches got A's, and then they graded the whole pay-per-view with an A. However, Double or Nothing, all the matches but 2 got B's and a B+. However, Bleacher Report gave it an all-around B+. Now, is that biased or what? Do you want to take this first?
I'll let you go first on this one.
Okay, I mean, again, I haven't seen these, so I'm like literally speaking blind here. As far as these ratings go, I assume that the matches that they thought were the best were the Cody match and the Gunther versus Randy match, and those are the matches with the higher stakes. That's for damn sure. I will say this too, though. I would not have graded it like that.
No.
Like King of the Ring I'm sure was a fine pay-per-view. I haven't seen it. I won't watch it.
Nope. Same.
It's what it is. I'll give him a B because I look at that card and I'm like, yeah, Randy Orton versus Gunther. That's not going to be that's going to be a great match. Liv Morgan versus Becky. That's going to be a great match. Cody versus Logan Paul. I saw that one drone shot that they had, the 360 shot.
Yeah.
Like that was a cool shot.
It was.
I mean,
I watched some of the replays of it on YouTube, whatever. I refuse to watch. I don't watch the Saudi shows. We both don't.
What are we gonna do for WrestleMania in like 3 years?
And I won't be watching it. But no. So like watching some of the Walter match. The Gunther match was very good. Gunther. It was actually not a bad match at all. It was good. I think a lot of people feel the same way that most feel about the Randy Orton thing. You brought him back to job. Like, that's pretty much kind of it. But good match on it all. The Liv Morgan match, good match. What if you're gonna do that? You should have just had Liv Morgan win it in the first place. Just saying. The Cody and Logan Paul match. If you like, whatever, it was a match. It wasn't terrible. I mean, unfortunately, give credit where credit's due. Logan Paul is a great athlete, but at the end of the day, that was not a match that anyone cared to see. That's not one of the matches that anyone was asking for.
I think people were definitely asking for it. Like, I didn't want to see it, but like people were definitely asking for it. Like that's the thing with Logan Paul. Anyone who's ever been on his podcast, he ends up having a match with. Like that's kind of how it's been built up. Like,
true. Yeah.
Rollins had a match with him. Cody had a match with him. Roman had a match with him. Like Randy at some point will have a match with Logan Paul, I'm sure.
Sure. Yeah.
The only one is like Triple H.
Well, no, Randy has had well, not one-on-one, but he has had a match with Logan Paul.
Oh, well, there you go.
Him and KO.
Kevin Owens. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought Double or Nothing was an A pay-per-view, but
I mean that's what I thought, and that's not harping on it because I like certain parts of AEW better than WWE. That's just I thought the show was better.
Now,
I didn't watch the Saudi show either. So
now I gotta ask you. Here's the real question. Anarchy in the Arena at Double or Nothing. What the hell was that?
A violent mess. It wasn't even poetry. It was just mess.
I remember I'm watching this show and I'm just like losing my mind because it gets worse and worse and worse. Darby Allin died 5 times in that match.
6.
Yeah, and by the way, like, okay, we got to talk about our boy. No, not that. Well, that's also our boy, but like this one, he took his apparently, I don't know how this happened, but Jack Perry owns a bus, a custom painted bus that he very flippantly just crashed into Darby Allin, murdering him. I remember I'm watching this with my dad, and my dad just goes, "Oh, Darby's dead." You ain't lying though. He's dead. He's like, okay, Darby's dead, and then like, not even 5 minutes later, we get Zombie Allen over here. Darby limping somehow before Jack Perry got up. He got up, and he's like, he's going, and he's like trying to attack people. Dude gets hit in the face with like that metal. No, it was a thumbtack sleeve that Kazuchika Okada put on. And then he comes back and they bury him. They literally bury him in like the elevator shaft. He comes back, Trevor, with a flamethrower.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
After Jack Perry, who had just kidnapped Tony Khan and brought him out to the entrance trap, and he sets Jack Perry on fire multiple times.
I did not know what was going on there. And I'm like, this is the most confusing 90s action movie I've ever seen in my life.
But that's what Anarchy is. That's what Anarchy in the Arena is.
It was, oh man. Yeah. Then my first train of thought was, who left a flamethrower in the ring? Where did this?
Well, look. That's got to be a crime because Darby brought that thing across state lines.
He had to.
that thing was that thing premiered on Dynamite in California, and it somehow got to Vegas, and it's the same flamethrower. So Darby Allin may be guilty of some sort of crime here.
Dude, like he disassembled it and reassembled it when he got to Vegas. Like that was a match. That was a match that happened. That was something interesting.
Then he got hung upside down. By the way, this spot was actually I was the most concerned about this spot of anything that happened on this show. They hung this man upside down for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Trevor, you cannot have blood rushing to your head for that long. That is not good. That is not
good. At all.
They have him hanging. And at first, I was like, when they bring the grappling hook down, I'm like, are they about to big boss man this dude?
That's what I was thinking too. That's exactly what I was thinking. We all know how that worked out.
Well, no, they hung him up upside down like a vampire. Bleh. And Bryan Danielson, who at one point had a chance to help, instead went for a psycho knee. And by the time he got there to help, he got hit with an elbow shot, a running knee, by the aforementioned Jack Perry. And picks up the 1-2-3. Jack Perry pins the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that's how that match should have gone. I think the Elite should have won. But what a match.
Yo, I don't even know what Blood and Guts is going to look like. Like,
it's horrible.
We got Liam saying, then TK was abducted by the Bucks. Well, he was abducted by my boy, Jack Perry. Liv winning in Saudi makes her title mean more, because if she just wins in the tournament, it's like, meh, predictable. But to win in a proper title match at the top player means more. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
I mean, in Saudi, though, that was my thing. In Saudi.
Darby was hung by his feet. Yeah, I got a text from someone that, yeah. Job says, do you think AEW will pick up Scott D'Amore, and do you think it would be a good pickup? Do they pick up Scott D'Amore to help on the booking end? Will Tony sign someone to help with booking?
That's the thing. Yeah, well, I think Tony's a little too proud to sign somebody, but I mean, it couldn't hurt. But Scott D'Amore's, yeah,
He's so good, though. He's such a good booker.
he really is. He's so good at it, and he not too many people. I mean, he books women's wrestling pretty good too, though. So, and that's something I think they need definitely.
Job in the chat asked, do you think there's a lot of input coming from new hires in AEW from WWE? Seems like writing's gotten a lot better. I do know there's been a more concerted effort to tell stories, and that has been clear over the past few months. They've definitely done more of an effort to tell stories.
I think that is part of WWE. I think them pushing the envelope is more as they have been. They need someone else to help them, combat it, kind of like a WCW versus WWE type thing. They need help in those lines. So yeah, I think it was a great pickup, honestly, to strengthen their writing staff, because the writing has gotten leaps and bounds better. The storylines have gotten better.
Can I just say, I completely glossed over the one thing that really made me want to go back in time and go to this pay-per-view.
What?
So in the beginning, Matt Jackson grabs the mic and says, "Play our music," and they play their crappy Succession ripoff song, right?
Right.
And then Brian says, "Turn that shit off. Now play the greatest song in the history of pro wrestling." And we get Final Countdown on repeat for 5 minutes. And this was amazing. I'm
awesome.
Sitting at home geeking out. I'm losing my mind here.
Did your dad watch this meltdown?
Oh yeah, my dad watched this, and he was not a proud dad in that moment. He was like, yeah, I failed it to some degree. But that, and then the funniest thing though, Matt Jackson grabs the mic one more time. He's like, "Hey, turn that off. We're on a budget here. That thing costs $200,000 per play." And they already played it 4 times. And that's the joke about so Tony Khan was once asked how much did it cost to license that song, and he was like, a lot of money, basically a contract. So that's $200,000 per
That's
play.
hilarious.
Is crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh man, Job says $200,000 per play. That thing is, if it was $20,000, Tony Khan would just buy it in perpetuity.
No bull.
200,000 is even he was like, oof. For a song though, Brian.
Really?
We're gonna get it. For Brian's last match, damn well he's gonna make sure he comes out the Final Countdown.
Of course. He better.
Brian's last match, man, this year.
Yeah. How you feeling about that?
I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Remember,
it's the end of an era.
Remember how you felt when Shawn Michaels retired?
Yeah. Which time?
Not the Saudi Mania time. We pretend like that doesn't exist.
That didn't exist. No.
Saudi Shawn was funny though. Saudi Shawn was funny. He came
Saudi Shawn bald as a baby's bottom.
Could have worn a keffiyeh, just
Yeah, I mean, to make it even worse.
Could have borrowed one from the Iron Sheik. Shout out to Sheiky Baby. Glad he got a reference on Double or Nothing.
Oh yeah. Also, I don't know if you played 2K24, but coming up in November, he is on the WCW DLC. Sheiky Baby is.
Why is he on the WCW DLC? He wasn't even in WCW.
You're asking me I know. It doesn't make any sense, but he is on it.
Wait, he was in what?
Yeah, he was in WCW for a little bit. Not long, but he was there.
What? There's Sheiky lore in WCW that I haven't seen? And he wrestled Sting. Oh, those promos, Trevor. Could you imagine what these promos were like? Like, oh, Sting, Bubba, I can make you humble. You bat-waving bitch. And he just goes, the city, baby.
He said, "You bad welding bitch."
Yo, I need.
Oh my God.
I need to go. I'm gonna go back and watch this like this week.
He was in WCW for a short while. Most people don't pay attention to it because they remember his work in WWE more and whatever. But yeah, Shiki was definitely WCW.
Shout out to Shiki, baby. Job in the chat says, doesn't matter. I would still watch 2 hours of Satnam Singh versus Johnny TV. Overproduction in WWE. Job says, nice to see Brian Cage and his faction getting a push.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You see the push they're giving Otis?
Oh, yeah. Well, some people don't appreciate the push they're giving Otis. I love Otis.
I love Otis. I've always liked Otis.
Oh, yeah.
But
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Mandy.
Yeah.
Hello, hey, Mandy. Yeah. We had the best storyline in all of wrestling, Mandy. And then the pandemic ended. Yeah.
And then you get to see him do the worm. Yes.
That's a big man to be doing that worm, bro. That's a big man to be doing that worm.
He got the moves, man. Why not? He got the moves.
Well, let's switch gears a little bit. We can come back to other stuff. Let's talk about WWE. So, as we mentioned, Becky Lynch lost the Women's World Championship at Saudi Mania. And then there was a rematch scheduled almost immediately after for Monday Night Raw, steel cage match. We know that Becky Lynch's contract is coming up. Her last date, I believe, actually it's the end of this month. So Becky Lynch's contract is coming up at the end of this month. She looks to have just had what looks to be her final match in WWE, at least for now. The two sides have not come to a deal. It doesn't look like they're going to come to a deal before her contract expires. If she does get to that point, Trevor, you would think that by the time that, whatever next week, like June 1st, whenever it is, rolls around, both WWE and AEW will have made her pretty massive offers.
Yeah, I think everybody who is anybody will make an offer at Becky at this point. If that's what comes to be. Also, it could be a possibility where she wants to spend more time with her family. She might go on a hiatus for a little bit, because that's what Seth Rollins is doing at the moment, and she might want to be home with her and her child. There's a bunch of different things that could be happening, but when that's said and done, the offers are definitely going to come in if they're not coming in already.
Yeah, I mean, AEW can't make an offer until her contract is expired, but it's interesting because it's been a while. I mean, not a while. It's only been a few months, really, since we've had a free agent like this who's been available. But like former main eventer of WrestleMania, like same ilk as Mercedes Moné. Like this would be a big if Becky would sign with AEW, which I still don't give it like a. I was asked by someone, what percentage I would give it based off of my own like dumbass podcast prediction, right? And what I said was 60% chance she ends up staying with WWE, and then I split it the rest of the 40 between like retiring and AEW. So. And I was at like a 5% chance like 2 weeks ago that she would end up going to AEW. Once that money is on the table and once that offer is on the table and once you get like the pitch, things can change. And obviously Becky is at the end of the day she's the pilot of her own life. She's going to decide what's best for her. I'm not going to begin to get into her mind as far as like what she personally will choose. Like there's a lot of different things, but one thing's for sure, she's got nothing to prove in WWE.
No,
like
she's done it all.
She could walk away today, first ballot Hall of Famer, arguably one of the best women's wrestlers of all time, and a revolutionary one at that, because she
I'm going
was
to
at
say
the top of that
she helped
company in
revolutionize.
2019. He was at the
Absolutely.
top.
Yeah. She helped her, Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, love her or hate her, like Bailey. They were pioneers. They helped revolutionize in WWE. Like, without them, I don't think you see a cage match with women. I don't think you see a Hell in a Cell with women. Like, you definitely don't see an all woman pay-per-view. Like, it's because of them that happened. Like, you don't see women headlining WrestleMania. Like, you don't see that without these guys. Like, Becky Lynch, like you said it better than I can. Like, Becky Lynch, first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, if anybody doesn't throw the bank at Becky, it's kind of crazy.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see like where that even is at. Like, because she doesn't need to make a decision. Like, she could genuinely just like take off for like a while, come back to the table at some point, at any point, and be like, all right, cool, I'm ready now. Like,
yeah, I mean, she can literally take a break and like no one will blame her for it.
I guess, like, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, if you're AEW, like, you have to offer her at least. Like, you have to at least make that offer, right?
I feel like you have no choice. Like, if even if she says no, what's the worst she can say? No, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, the worst she can say is no. And if you don't throw an offer out there, at least, what does that make you? Like you're smarter than that. And it's TK we're talking about.
And it's crazy. Like, did we ever think we would get to this point with Becky Lynch? Like, I figured maybe Drew, but Becky being a free agent is kind of crazy.
It is. It's something that you never thought you'd see. I mean, I know I never thought I'd see it. I mean, because she's just one, like you said, she's just one of those people that she helped revolutionize women's wrestling in your company. You would think that she would already have a new contract.
I mean, again, like, it's one of those things, like, you don't know what her priorities are. Like, there's an angle, like she could very well say, like, hey, I've done everything there is to do. Like, she's made millions of dollars, Trevor. She's made millions of dollars. Her husband has made millions of dollars, is making millions of dollars. She has this book out. She's done everything. Main evented WrestleMania. Like,
it's a New York Times bestseller too.
New York Times well, I could be a New York Times bestseller tomorrow if.
I mean,
anyway,
trying to give her credit.
Don't listen. No. I know, obviously. Like, I'm half joking. I just.
But no, I know what you mean though, because you're not wrong. But
marketing brain me just came out. Anyway,
you're not wrong. But go ahead.
But yeah, like, no accomplishments out the door. She's done it all. It's possible there's like a certain part of her that's like, what else can I do? Like what else is out there, kind of. But then, like, I think there's probably also a part of her that's out there, like, I don't have anything else to prove. I'm just gonna go home and like spend time with my loved ones. And that's great. That's what Brian's doing.
Are we frozen on your end?
No.
Cool. Because frozen on mine.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Continue, please.
No, I mean, that was it.
But no, you're absolutely right. Like, she, like, at this point, I honestly believe that she's gonna, it makes more sense for her to take a hiatus, honestly. Take a time off, rest with your family. Like you said, she's making millions of dollars. Her husband just re-signed his contract. Like, take some time off, definitely, because she definitely deserves it.
Damn right she does. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, okay, if she were to go to AEW, let's just do a little bit of fantasy booking.
Of course.
How big would it be, you think?
It'd be whoa.
How big would it be?
It'd be one of the biggest signings in wrestling. Besides, and this is not taking nothing away from CM Punk or or Brian Danielson or any one of those guys, like this will be one of the biggest signings in wrestling. She'd be one of the hottest free agents in wrestling. And like, dude, like you book her to the moon. You book her in as much as you can book her in. Like, if you have a talent like Becky Lynch, oh my god, like the ceiling, it doesn't even exist anymore. The ceiling is beyond what it used to be at that point.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Becky. Either way, hopefully whatever she decides to do, she's happy.
Oh, and that's first and foremost, in my opinion.
Damn right. Well, first and foremost for Job is the second we start talking about WWE, he needs to get a smoke break in.
I understand.
We got Charles in the chat saying, finishing move by Swerve on Christian Cage was awesome. Oh, did you see that? Like that, like Swerve might have like the coolest move set in all of wrestling right now.
He really does. He really does. Swerve's moveset is ridiculous, and only he can do it.
Oh, here's a take. Job says, I think AEW kind of screwed Willow over. How long did she hold the belt? 2 months? Question mark. What do you think about this?
Well, you know what? I can agree with that, but also it was kind of the way that they did it perfectly, I think, because it was kind of to give her a belt anyway was to start a storyline between her and Monet. So I think it made sense, honestly, because if you remember, Monet got hurt while she was in a title match with Willow. So it made a little sense, honestly. It was ironic in that way.
Bro, how many times have you and I come on this podcast and said, man, I wish AEW would start telling stories for the women outside of the world title picture?
And they finally listened to us.
Finally. Took them 5 years. On the 50th year anniversary, Tony Khan's like, oh, women's wrestling.
Hey, that's like a marriage.
So I don't have a problem with it for two reasons. Number one, it is a TV title. TV titles are supposed to change hands a little bit more frequently than world titles. I think,
No, I think so.
People can always use whatever they want to justify it, but I that's just the way I view it. If you think otherwise, that's fine. But
I mean, some TV titles were covered, were made like a covenant title, like especially on WCW. The WCW television title was like kind of the world title at one point.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, right, is like this advances the character, and so like I'm interested to see what happens.
Absolutely.
Because look, I'm interested in Chris Statlander right now. I have a reason to be interested with Willow Nightingale because Chris kind of inadvertently cost her the belt.
Yep.
And now you have Stokely Hathaway, evil little elf Stokely Hathaway. Like, I can't wait to see this. And you can have Monet go off and do like anything else. Like this is perfect.
I mean, this is perfect. Like the Chris Statlander heel change was coming sooner or later. I actually thought it was going to be a Willow heel turn, honestly, but the Statlander heel turn was perfect. It should have happened.
They've been teasing this too, because remember, Trent did that thing where he whispered in her ear after like he did that beatdown on Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Like so, Trent is evil as hell, man. Trent is.
Now, I will say I am kind of like stale with the whole evil best friend thing with Trent Beretta. I'm kind of it is what it is. But yeah.
Hey man, I love it. I love evil Trent. I love evil Trent. I just need him to like go out there and like maybe Don Callis is the guy to get it out of him, but I just want him to go out there and like cut a promo.
I would love to see someone get like that attitude out of him. And I think you're right. I think Don Callis would be a perfect choice for that. Like you mentioned a lot of that possibility of a lot of their stars being hurt is part of why the AEW's downfall with attendance and things like that. And I honestly believe that is part of it. I also believe some of their talents are too stagnant. Like Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy hasn't done much since he lost the belt. And Orange Cassidy was like pretty much helping carrying him on his back at that point. Um, yeah, I mean, it's not his fault, but Darby Allin's been hurt, so Darby Allin's another big star. Um, Hangman Page also. Like, I think the big issue is that you have too many of these stars, these elite top talents that are hurt, like you said, and they need something. They need to do something about it because they're gonna keep going down if it doesn't happen. I mean, MJF is back, so this should help, but we just lost Adam Copeland too, so like it's you know.
Gonna be an interesting summer in AEW, that's for sure. They got Forbidden Door coming up at the end of June. Then they have the big show, AEW All in London, live from Wembley Stadium. Let me see. Do we have an update on tickets for that show?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that actually.
Let's see what WrestleTix says, if they even have anything on here. Chicka chicka. What? No, we have a Clash of the Castle update. 10,000 tickets. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Let's see. AEW. Oof. Okay, Forbidden Door is right at 7,000. I'm sure that number is going to go up with MJF back in the fold.
Of course, of course.
Looking here. This is okay. They don't have Wembley here. Last check, I think the last one was like somewhere around 40,000, like over 40,000. Okay. But they do have Dynamite. Ooh.
Not so good.
Not really. So they're in the Kia Forum in Los Angeles, California. Last time they were there was Full Gear. They had 12,900 people. This time, tickets distributed as of yesterday. 4,667. Not great.
Nah.
I mean, I'm sure MJF will like move a couple hundred, but
I mean, yeah,
even like 5,000-6,000 in that arena is like, I mean, it's still 5,000-6,000. That's like that's generally a good, but like in that arena, it's just gonna be like it's literally gonna be.
Do you think
the lower bowl?
Becky Lynch will garner more tickets if she joined AEW?
I would help. I think look. When AEW was at their hottest, right? It wasn't just because they had big stars. That was a lot into it. It just felt like it was the place to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
It felt like it was the place to be. And the bigger factor that I don't think many people now kind of realize, looking back, was WWE was like crap. It was not good booking at the time. Like they were.
Oh, no. And
they have gone up significantly in the competency of their booking. They're still, in my view, like not too great at it, but the presentation feels good. The booking is just makes logical sense and at a bare minimum level, and that's really all they need to be the industry leader, right? Regardless of whether or not you think AEW's product is better, and AEW has done some stuff that I don't agree with. They've done some stuff that critically I'm just like, oh come on, what are you doing?
Now, I will say the product in ring product is to me a lot better than WWE's.
It's not even a question, yeah.
But it's the like you said, it's the storylines, it's the booking, it's how you use these big stars. You have a loaded locker room that you hardly even touch. But at the same token, like you're barely making ticket sales. Like it's a lot of things that I disagree with AEW. But when it comes to actual wrestling, that's the company I watch. And to be honest, I don't even watch Raw. I don't. Sometimes I will, but I don't. I don't watch NXT anymore either.
Hey man, what you mean? Well, neither of us watch NXT like that. Like Sexy Red, by the way, is on NXT right now. In case you're.
Yeah, I keep my comments to myself, but Yeah.
Dina Reese in the chat asks, is it true that Stephanie McMahon purchased the company? No.
No.
Ari Emanuel owns the company. I believe Stephanie and Stephanie and Hunter still have shares. But it's like a minimal like level. It's like they don't like Ari Emanuel and Endeavor control the company.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, Trevor, let's talk about something that I know is very near and dear to your heart. Trevor, the Young Bucks came out with some fresh kicks recently. Here they are. These are their Reebok pumps. They got the little pump thing on the top. They're branded with the Young Bucks colors and all that. And obviously, you are the expert at shoes when it comes to this, so I'm going to let you take it from here. But what do you think about the Young Bucks' new digs here?
I think I touched on it a little bit not too long ago when Triple H was on it's a sneaker show that comes on YouTube, and they bring a lot of people on who have like, I guess, influenced the sneaker game at some point or have influences with their career. And Triple H, just like a lot of people from WWE, have, influences or whatever. And the question was from the host to Triple H, do you think we'll see a time where wrestlers have signature shoes? And Triple H said, I think so. I think it'll be cool. Now, to go along with that, AEW had some ASICs maybe a couple years ago that was branded with the AEW logo and also had the Pride colors. They did it for Pride Month. And those sold really well. ASICs, very comfortable running shoe, makes sense, right? Also, I believe this is the second project in the Young Bucks as far as shoes are concerned. I forget the other one. You've seen the Young Bucks wear a lot of designer sneakers. They wore the Christian Dior Jordan 1s. They've worn the black and blue Jordan 1s. They actually, one of them, I think it was the Breads that they put nails on the bottom and kick somebody in the face with. So they've done a lot with shoes. So this just makes sense. And now that Shaq and Allen Iverson own a good percentage of it. I think Shaq is majority of shareholder of Reebok. They did announce there was going to be some different collaborations with sneaker deals for people that should have had better deals, and also they're trying to make them somewhat affordable. At a $130 retail price, that's not really that affordable, especially for a Reebok, where Reebok's going for like 80, 90, less than that. But I will say that this Reebok is one of Reebok's shining lights. This is the Reebok Omni 2 pumps. This is one of the premier basketball shoes back in the day. It probably looks familiar because John Cena also wore this one. Not this design, but John Cena used to wear this one in the ring. Yeah, he used to wear it in the ring.
He's pumping them up, Michael Cole. Pumping them up, Cole.
A lot of tennis players used to wear those too. They had a Andre Agassi colorway back in the day. But yeah, I mean, the sneaker's cool. Like, it has the Super Kick Party on the front. They have the Young Bucks on the back. They have the X'd out eyes, smiley face on the bottom. It's cool. It's not an ugly shoe, right? But at the same token, $130 retail price. The pumps are kind of an odd shaped shoe anyway. They make most people's feet look fat, and it's a Reebok. Like, I think that's the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing is that it's Reebok. If it was a Nike, I don't think we would have this conversation. I think if it was a Nike, it'd be a little different. But it is what it is. but those sneakers sold out almost. The only sizes left were 10s and like 8s. Like they sold like 2,000 something crazy, like in the first like couple hours.
These were a limited edition release, according to Nick Jackson at the post Double or Nothing press conference. But we gotta go back to these shoes. Ayo, why do these things butt ass ugly though?
They're very colorful. I will say that they're very
bro.
colorful.
Why they got like okay? So you got layer of vomit, right? On the bottom. And then you got the like the black like Reebok branded thing, and then you got a little bit more vomit on the side here. It's like, what are we trying to do here? What were they going for? Because I would never wear this. I would never wear this crap.
I wouldn't wear it personally.
Who wears?
I would own it in my collection, but I don't think I'd wear them for two reasons. Like I said, one, they make your feet look fat. Two, it's like I said, it's not an ugly shoe, but it's too many colors. Pick a design. You can't. You look like a tie-dyed green bean. Like it. You.
The tie-dyed green bean. What?
Or jelly bean, whatever you want to call it.
Tie-dyed green bean. That's crazy.
It's like, dude, they're tie-dye all over it. Like it's the green, like the colors that you're calling vomit. The tie-dye orange and blue. Then you got the tie-dye purple right here. Then you got the tie-dye red on the side. Then you got blue up top. Like, dude, it's too many colors.
These look like the
You just call them Roy G. Biv and be done with it.
Nah, bro. These are like those like off-branded shoes you would get like Marshalls. They'd be on sale for like $20. Like I used to do that. Like I would have like a separate pair of like basketball or running shoes that I would buy on the cheap because I wasn't paying like $80 for no Nike shoes that are gonna get messed up to actually like play in. Like no, I was gonna get like the cheap ones. That's what they look like. $130. Matt, Nick Jackson, I will spend $130 of my money on a lot of things that you guys produce and put together. This ain't one of them.
Yeah, like I said, if for a collection's sake, if you're a collector, I can see dropping the money. But they're not, like I said, Reebok pumps, the Omni 2s are a staple in Reebok sneaker culture and sneaker culture in general. But I don't like these. I don't hate them, but I don't like them. But they're very similar to the ASICs that came out a couple years ago too.
These Johns have already made themselves available online on eBay.
For how much? Retailers probably
$535.
Dude, resellers. I'm telling you, resellers are going to go crazy with these because of what they are. Like I said, they may not be the most practical shoe to wear, right? Because they have so many colors. It's hard to match them. But resellers, they don't give two damns. They're gonna buy them up because they know, one, they're AEW. Two, it's a new sneaker line from the newly rebranded Reebok. They're gonna go off the shelves. Like I had a pair of the Reebok Ghostbusters Echo Ones, maybe a couple years back. Those go for like $100 now, $500. I got them for like one something.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just how the sneaker culture is. Like you can grab a shoe retail price for like $80 if it's hot and it's something that people come after. Go like the Yeezy Red October Nikes, dog. That's a $1,500 shoe, $15,000 shoe, if I'm not mistaken. Sneaker culture is crazy, and we're not even going to get into the release that's dropping next year, the 2025, the Jordan 12s Bloodline edition.
Things are gonna be like $1,000 or something crazy.
Dude, and that's already a $200 shoe. That's already a $200 shoe.
Oh my
That's
god.
those would because so they're scrapping the if you know your basketball, so they're scrapping the Jordan. Well, they're pushing them back. The Jordan flu games
Mm-hmm.
for the Bloodline 12s. So, like we talked about a couple months ago, Roman Reigns signed a deal with Jordan, and his wrestling sneakers at wrestling shoes at WrestleMania were Jordan brand, and they had the Bloodline and everything. It was a modified Jordan shoe, and now it has been released and been talked. Well, not released, but it was talking about a future release for the Jordan 12s Bloodline edition, and they are not a bad shoe at all. They're actually kind of cool looking, less colors, primarily black with a little hint of red. But anyone who knows anything about Jordan 12s, they are a $1,200. I mean, a $200 shoe. I said 12, Lord, $200 shoe typically. So you snap that bloodline on there, that WWE brand is probably going to be like 220, 230. And then you have the resellers. That's going to be like a 300, 400, $500 shoe.
Oh, capitalism.
Yeah, dude, sneaker culture is the biggest form of it, and unfortunately, I love it. I love sneaker culture. I am a sneaker head. Like right now, I can show you. These aren't on my feet right now. Right now, I can show you one of my prized possessions.
Ooh.
So, for those of you who don't know what this is the Ken Griffey Jr. Turf Diamond Turf Nikes. These were a retro. There was a re-release. These came out like what 90s, I believe, 90s, 2000s. Um, this is the reverse of the original. Originally, this green was primarily where this black is, and the black was where the green is. They switched it around. Um, Now, if you play baseball, you definitely wanted those. I unfortunately didn't get those when I played baseball. I had the other ones, the Griffey twos, I think, and the Derek Jeters. But those, one thing I will say, not the most comfortable shoe if you're flat footed, but it's a very stylish shoe. It is a very sought after shoe. Um, it's actually one of my prized possessions. Like I love the Ken Griffey. It's one of my favorite Nike shoes ever made. But yeah, I'm a sneakerhead. But I didn't pay crazy money for this. I bought I bought that retail. But yeah, so sneaker culture is coming to WWE and AEW apparently.
Yeah, I can't wait for my scapegoat shoes. My scapegoat shoes can be really cool. Can have a
No, Charles, those are the Ken Griffey's, like I said.
I'm gonna 24. 24. More like 24. I don't even know where I was going. I'm Jack Berry. That's what I do. I'm Tony Khan. I'm gonna beat you up. That's what I do. Cry me a river. Never twisted. Oh, hold up. Never twisted an ankle in my Chuck Taylors. It did in Air Jordans.
Now, I will say this. I have twisted my ankle in some Nikes before. Never twisted my ankle in any Vans or anything like that. But I will say it's crazy to me that a lot of these basketball players are wearing these mid ankle shoes or low top shoes, just asking for a sprained ankle.
Damn right. You got Charles in the chat saying the one they gave away at the press conference using the main event gonna resell like crazy. Yo, whoever in that press conference got that shoe, lucky SOB.
Oh yeah, they selling that for thousands.
Young Bucks are signed to Reebok. They're at least.
I think it's just
this.
a collaboration at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know for certain if they're signed to Reebok. That's something that's going to come up soon, and that's another thing with Roman Reigns. I'm not necessarily. I misspoke. I'm not necessarily sure he's actually signed with Team Jordan, but I do know he is WWE and Bloodline have a collaboration with Jordan. And from what Triple H has spoke on and other people have, and with the shoe companies that spoke about, that will not be the only one. Um, this is just speculation, but LA Knight wears a modified Jordan was it 11 on his feet to wrestle in. So he could be the next because he actually openly spoke out about his love for sneakers and Jordan 11. So he might be the next star to get a pair of shoes. I mean, we'll see.
Well, we'll see. Oh, man. What else you want to talk about?
Okay, Cody. Hey, I'm up for anything, man. But you gotta get off it a little bit, don't you, sir?
Yeah. Trying to think of something else.
You know what? Someone should sponsor us, like random weird T-shirts.
Look, send us free stuff. We will wear it as long as there's.
We definitely will, dude.
As long as there's not like like a penis on there or anything, I'll wear it.
Oh no, I mean I'll cover that up, of course.
I love the hint that Swerve is gonna go after the Elite. I mean, yeah, like yeah. What's up, Terrence? I love that line. What is next for Swerve? That's probably a good segue. What is next for Swerve?
At this point,
yeah,
I think the Elite probably is what's next for Swerve. But again, who in the Elite? You got a bunch of different people you can go after.
Well, first he's got to get past whoever challenges him at Forbidden Door. They're having the so tomorrow night they're bringing back the Championship Scramble, or what's it called? Yeah, I guess the Gauntlet, the Dynamite Gauntlet, the Casino Gauntlet, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy match style. Like looking back at it,
it's kind of fun though.
Fun.
It's crazy. It's crazy, but it is a lot of fun.
Like it makes no sense, but that shit was like.
It makes absolute no sense. It's probably the most chaotic thing on TV.
But it was so much fun. It was so much fun. When you get into it, it's like so much fun. Who do you think's gonna win that? Because like they're bringing in talent from New Japan, CMLL. Mine is probably Tanahashi. I think it's gonna be Tanahashi again.
Tanahashi would be yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's up in the air for me, honestly. It really is.
How many times can Tanahashi challenge for the AEW World Championship and lose?
Yeah. I mean, the next time he challenges, he has to win it.
I will say this. I think Shota Umino would be a really good opponent for Swerve Strickland.
That would be a good opponent. Definitely. I agree. That'd be a good appointment. Opponent. I can't speak English, sorry. Honestly, another one, he's not necessarily New Japan. I mean, but Jack Sabre Jr. would be a great
Zach.
one. I can't speak English.
It's Zach. Zachary Sabre Jr. All right.
Zachary Sabre.
Zachary Sabre.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
he's too.
Zack Sabre versus Swerve would be an interesting matchup.
I think they're two styles that go together pretty well, honestly.
No, let's see. It's like Job says, I saw signs of independent shows that say, "Oh, that's very nice of you." Make sure you get a sign that says OT Graps.
Yeah, put OT Graps up there too, guys.
Yeah, put OT Graps up there. Let's show this channel's got a lot of love, and I appreciate it. But like, let's show some channel. Show some love for the pod. Love for the pod of awesomeness. Charles in the chat says, "Must be a heel to put Swerve over." It doesn't necessarily need to be. No,
not necessarily. He's pretty versatile, honestly. I don't really think he needs a heel to put him over. It'd be fun though, I think.
Will be fun. All right, Trevor, hit me with it. What else is going on? What are you watching?
So What's funny is I haven't been watching a whole lot. I did go back and watch a lot of old movies that were kind of big around my when I was growing up as a kid. Um, so I watched some pretty good stuff. One of my favorites, and that wasn't around when I was a kid. Well, it was, but Roadhouse. I was watching Roadhouse. I have not seen the
Roadhouse.
remake. I have not seen the remake yet.
Yo, it's got Conor McGregor in there, lad.
Roadhouse. I have not seen that one yet.
I'd be kidding me. Anyway,
I watched Die Hard, which is a Christmas movie. Fight me. um, I watched a little Lethal Weapon, but what I've mostly been doing is playing video games. Honestly, I've been playing Tekken. I finally got back on my Tekken 8.
damn. I was 4 days from retirement.
4 days for retirement.
Come on, Ridge. What's going on, Ridge?
Riggs,
Riggs,
we over there, Riggs.
I'm on the toilet.
The toilet
There's a
bomb?
bomb on that. That was the funniest sequence in any action movie ever.
Yeah,
There's a bomb on the toilet.
When he just grabbed Riggs and they hid in the tub. Like grabbed Murtaugh and hit the tub.
That is like an even funnier version of like that movie Speed from the early 1990s with Keanu Reeves, where it's like, if this bus goes below 88 miles an hour, this bus is gonna blow up. And it's like, no, if you get off your ass from taking that shit, this house is gonna blow. And the crazy thing is too, bro, I felt that man's pain. I was like, oh, bro, his legs, he's been there for like 3 hours. His legs are falling asleep. Like, he can't move. Bro needs help.
Yeah, man. I want to address something in the chat. Joe,
Nope.
I also am a Celtics fan. But if you don't think the Dallas Mavericks are going to give the Celtics a tough way to go, you're out of your mind. Kyrie trying to get another one in Boston.
Bro, let me just say something. Look. Darren White is a monster. Make no question about it. But you want to talk about white monsters?
Luka.
That man, Luka. Bro.
Luka is a man possessed. Like I said, I'm a Celtics fan. A true blue Celtics fan. My grandmother was a Celtics fan growing up. I watched Larry Bird. I met Bob Cousy. I met Larry Bird. I met these guys. Like, I love the Celtics. If I'm gonna talk about basketball, I like the Celtics. I don't really watch it like that. I'm more of a football guy or hockey or whatever, baseball. But I do love my Celtics. And to say that I honestly believe that there's a possibility that we can choke like we have the past couple years against the Dallas Mavericks. I mean that. Luka Doncic, like Kyrie Irving, dude, these guys are playing like animals. Don't get me wrong. Jaylen Brown, monster.
Trash.
The hater. Like, the Celtics are playing outside their mind too. Drew Holiday was probably the catalyst. Like, he was playing very well with us. Like, so is Porzingis when he's not hurt, which is all the time.
But you know what? I'm gonna make a prediction right now. Mavs in 5.
Mavs in 5?
Mavs in 5 against the Celtics. Mavs in 5.
Okay. Celtics in 6.
It's gonna be a sweep, and you're gonna be like, ah!
Celtics in 6. I'll say Celtics in 6.
Bro, Mavs in 5. That man Luka, he's tired of hearing, hey, bro, when you gonna win a chip? He's like, hey, man, when you gonna... Like...
Luka is an animal, dog, and I'm telling you, he's an animal, and I believe he's an animal, and I believe this is gonna be a hard way to go. Honestly, it might go 7, but
there's this clip going on around online of like Shaq doing like a post game interview with Luka, like on the NBA on TNT panel, and he just goes like, "Hey brother, all right, wishing you good luck. Das vidanya, man. Das vidanya." And Luka's like, "Hey, yeah, thanks." And then Chuck just goes, That's not even the right language. That's the wrong language. That's
Luca is another sneakerhead, actually, too.
Yeah, Luca is a sneakerhead. He signed.
Have you seen his signature? Have you seen his signature shoes? Like, he doesn't have the actual signature shoe, but they are his.
I've seen his branded shoes. Yeah. Man, that brother Luca is cold. Kyrie's doing his thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a great series. It is. You got two teams that have screwed themselves over the years, so it's gonna be interesting.
Man, bro. Shout out to Bill Walton too, man. He passed away.
Oh yeah,
this weekend.
Rest in peace, Bill.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bill Walton. By all accounts, one of the nicer guys in all of pro basketball.
He was fighting cancer, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, another somber thing I wanted to mention. I read recently that Rhea Ripley lost her grandmother. So shout out to Rhea and her whole family. Our condolences and prayers to your family and to Bill Walton's family.
Shout out to everyone going through stuff, man. It's all about putting one foot in front of the other and getting by. That's what we do here.
Absolutely. And hopefully we don't fall on our face.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to start X-Men 97. I haven't started it yet.
Yes. Do that for yourself. Yourself would love that.
Everyone keeps telling me like it's like insane. It's even better than the original.
Did you watch the original?
I watched a lot of it. I haven't seen like it all the way through, but I watched a lot of it. The thing I have seen from that era like was Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man, and they're in talks. They're still trying to put it together, but Spider-Man 95 will be the next one, hopefully.
Get me Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is the greatest and the most disrespectful cartoon.
Yo, when he revealed his mask to that one sick girl, I was like, yo, that's crazy.
He revealed his identity to a terminally ill girl.
That's crazy, man. Shout out to her, but I know she's a cartoon, but shout out to her. That was crazy, bro. They did her.
Oh my god. But yeah, Spider-Man is in talks right now. I think it's gonna be the next one that they're gonna. But see, the thing about X-Men 97, the graphics, the cartoon animation is pretty much all the same. Pretty much the same voice actors, everything. It's like it didn't miss a beat, and they mentioned everything that happened if you saw any of it of the original one. So they're like, oh, when this happened, blah blah blah. Oh, after that, blah blah blah, and like they'll talk about it. Like it's also prepared to be upset and not happy.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Have I showed you Ace Vane? Like he's a YouTuber who does like parodies of cartoons.
I don't think so. I think I may have heard of him, but I don't think I've seen him.
And he did a parody of Spider-Man. Hold up, let me see if I can find this real quick.
Bring me Spider-Man. Smythe.
Hold up, is this it? I think this might be it. Let me see if this is it. I'm just gonna pull it up real quick. Oh god damn it, commercials. Shout out to Ace Vane, who I'm about to probably put up on the screen here in a sec. But guys, be sure to smash that like button. Go over to youtube.com/real take. Oh, sorry. OT Graps. youtube.com/OT Graps. And sub. Hold up. I'm trying to look for. Oh, here we go. I found it. All right. Yeah, there it is. All right. We're gonna have to do a few things here before giving everyone a little special treat here. This is Ace Vane. Shout out to Ace Vane for this.
Definitely can't tell Fisk about this. Can't tell me about what? Oh shit! Hey, how the fuck is your big ass so quiet? Shut your ass up before I iron a dress shirt on top of your head. What the fuck you was talking about? There's a new local ice cream truck in there. You gatekeeping son of a bitch! You was trying to keep that information from me? Oh yeah, because I knew you would buy all the snacks before I can visit, and no one else would get anything. Oh, that's what you think about me, right? You think I'm just gonna go down there and eat all the ice cream up for everybody so nobody else can never get no snacks? Like I don't care about nobody else, right? I mean, I didn't say that. Like I'm just a big fat greedy piece of shit, right? You don't care about this fellow man, right? That's what you think about me. I'm just a big fat killer whale, big size pachyderm motherfucker who will have to get buried in a piano case when he die.
All right. So this is the version of Spider-Man that I've been watching recently.
Oh man.
Bro, you need to watch this. He's done like literally all 3 seasons of it.
Oh my god, I gotta watch him. I definitely got. Actually, now that I see that, I think you sent me some of his Ace Vane stuff. I think you sent me one of the Spider-Man things because now that I'm seeing that, I remember laughing at it.
Bro was out here wilding, bro. The bald guy kind of sounds like Mike Tyson. You see Mike Tyson, the dude's got a fight in like July, and he got wheeled off a plane at the airport.
Yeah, he says he's 100% now. But did you see Garcia? Ryan Garcia said, "I'll take the fight for you."
Yeah, he'd take the fight and the steroids.
All of them. Hey, throw some drugs in there, you'll do it.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to watch X-Men 97. And then, like, that version.
Let me know what you think about it, too. Like, when you start it, let me know what you think about it.
Hell yeah, I will. All right, man. Think it's been a show.
It's been a show. It's been interesting. Been a good one. Pretty good one.
Hell yeah. Well, guys, as always, remember to go over to youtube.com/OTGraps and subscribe for all the latest content, clips, and much more. Also, be sure to go over on the Big X and follow Trevor at TREVERTAINMENT. That is TREVERTAINMENT. Until next time, everyone, I'm Umber Q for Real Take Wrestling and OT Graps. Be happy, be healthy. As always, keep it real.
And love those who are far, hug those who are close, and just have a good rest of the week. Enjoy yourself. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. And you know what? Just do something fun. You know what I mean? Life is way too short. See you guys soon.
Kenny Bomb says 30 more minutes. Hell no. Bye.